Welcome to the Poor Man's Gourmet Kitchen, where we share gourmet recipes at a low-budget wonder. Now check this out.
Here I've got a 15.5-pound brisket. As you can see, my butcher already took off the bulk of the fat, and if we get this thing flipped over here, you can see there's just a light layer here on the bottom, a little bit on the sides. So all we're going to do is some light trimming. The fattiest part is right here, and this will slow down your cooking, so it's good to trim this down a bit. I only take off about this much off the top and on the side. And if you turn your blade sideways, you can skim off the remaining amount of that top fat, or what some people call the silver skin. So you can see that's a good amount. The tip on the flat's about the thickness of my finger, so that's going to burn. That's good to trim back a little bit as well. And you can use this for other recipes. But just trim until you're satisfied that it's the shape you want it to be when you're done. Then I add it to a roasting pan because this is an oven-baked recipe. I've added a mix of kosher salt and pepper to a shaker, and you just want to mix this up till it's even, and then shake it evenly over the top of that brisket. Austin, Texas style, only theirs would be smoked. And once you're happy that it's fully covered, you want to cover with a lid, or at least some tin foil. Then take it straight to the oven, and you're going to bake this for 12 hours at 200 degrees Fahrenheit. And when you're done, it should look like this. If you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Check out all this liquid. This is typical with my roasts, no added water. And look at the buoyancy. A tender roast should wiggle a bit like jello. The tips are a bit more firm, but the bulk of the meat is loose, which is what you want. It's a good idea to use some tongs when you pull it out of your roasting pan. It's really hot. Well, let's take a look at the point down the side here where I left that fat. And then I'll look at the other side. Looks good to me. And the pan drippings can be used for an awesome gravy or an au jus. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start cutting into the flat. It's the part that's most well done and people struggle with the most. Now if you'll notice, there's no smoke ring. We didn't use smoke, we baked, so there's not going to be a red ring around the edges. But I'm going to go ahead and pull a piece here from the smallest and thinnest part of the brisket and do what's called a pull test. See that there? If it can hang by its own weight but fall apart when you pull, that's good, tender meat. And if I can quote Franklin Barbecue out of Austin City, Texas, he says, if your meat can't hold up to a 1/4-inch slice, it ain't right. And because we're cutting against the grain, halfway through you want to turn the point sideways and then cut through the middle. And if you're thinking this brisket looks dry, think again. It's about as juicy as you can get. Tender too. Some of my favorite pieces of a brisket come out of the point. Just watch this. See it jiggle, watch it wiggle. I'm telling you, just like jello, man. This is the goods. And there you have it. An oven roasted salt and pepper brisket right here in the Poor Man's Gourmet Kitchen.
Thank you for watching, and be sure to stop by PoorMansGourmetKitchen.com for more recipes and exact ingredients.